Assalamu alaikum. Good evening. I would like to welcome you all tonight to our 4th annual Ramadan Iftar gathering, organized by the Ministry of Information and hosted by the Information Office at the Embassy of the Sultanate of Oman. Please allow me to take this opportunity to convey greetings from His Excellency Dr. Abdul Manam Al-Ahsani, the Minister of Information. This year's theme will focus on tourism and culture in Oman. Our program will start by showing a short film prepared by the Ministry of Information.
Oman's climate, which spans over 309,500 kilometers, varies from one area to the other.
I'd say it's a very strong relationship. It's a great partnership across all elements of our two societies. We have great economic connections to Oman, great personal connections. A lot of Omanis study here in the U.S. Our security relationship is very strong. So across the board, I would say that the relationship between the U.S. and Oman is extremely strong, and I think getting stronger.
I think Oman has always been a good partner of the United States, and not a country that has placed demands on us. I think they've been more helpful to us than we've been to them.
One of the best ways to highlight any culture is through the culture's food, because we can always relate to food. So when they were presenting a lot of the Omani dishes, and with the Omani chef being here and presenting the dessert, I think it went a long way.
It's best to break your fast with a date. Yeah, that's what the Prophet Muhammad has been doing, and this is what has been everyone has been doing it the same.
Those who would like to pray, there is a room for praying at the back. And for the rest of you, the buffet is open. Please help yourself.
Oman's strength, I think, is that they have that blend of the modern and the traditional. It's still exotic enough for people from around the world. I certainly recommend everybody to visit Oman.
My first foray into Oman was 1990, traveling by road from Saudi Arabia through the United Arab Emirates to Muscat. The government has made tourism and all that revolves around it a major component of its plans for expanding the Omani workforce.
It was a wonderful occasion, first of all, to be able to break the fast with many people here in Washington, D.C. attending the event during the holy month of Ramadan. The food was spectacular, especially what the chef cooked and brought in from Oman, extra special on this occasion.
What are you preparing for us here?
I'm preparing something called taqimat, which is sweet dumplings. The dumpling is made out of all-purpose flour, yeast, cornstarch, and a little bit of milk powder. We let the dough rest and rise, and then after that we fry them into a small bowl, how you can see it right here. Once it's ready, we soak it up with sugar syrup, and the sugar syrup is infused with rose water, saffron, and cardamom.
They did a very good job here. Everything is nice, from the food, from the dessert, and the organization, everything good.
Every year, we see new faces, which means new friends and partners to Oman. Thank you.
This holy month of Ramadan, what we have to think of is where the world is headed. And I think what's special about this year's Iftar celebration, sponsored by the Omani Embassy, is that this is a very dangerous and precarious time that we live in, and people from that part of the world itself and across the other regions of the world, we really all have to think about ways of changing the current trajectory, which is toward conflict, and to turn it around and create opportunities for dialogue and reconciliation.
When you look at it geographically, of course, that actually reminds you of the importance of Oman as a diplomatic mediator and the very important role that Oman has played in the history of the region in recent years. The geography, when you see the map and you see the location and that stretch of shoreline and so on, you realize what an important strategic position this is. So I think Oman is a nice microcosm of the region, of the Gulf region more generally, and that really is brought home at this event every year.